Hi, this is Ming Chu, the injury guru. And guess what? It's that time of the year. It's the New York City Marathon, and it's going to be tomorrow here in New York City. And a lot of people talk about, preparing for the race by carb loading and doing all kinds of therapies, which I'm all for, but very few people actually talk about recovery. And that's what I want to talk about today, recovery and what to do immediately after and even a couple of days after your race. Now, I see often, a lot of times, because the finish line is right by my office, by my private practice. I'm on 73rd and Central Park West, and the finish line is right a few blocks away. So I see with my own two eyes people with ice packs on their knees and ice packs on their ankles, literally walking with the ice packs, and they head straight to, guess where? A restaurant to eat tons of food, drink champagne, beer and alcohol and all types of goodies. Now, I think that's a really bad thing to do because your body had just come from a 4-hour race, a 5-hour race. So your body is inflamed, your nervous system is in shambles, and the last thing you need to do is to give it alcohol, which is a well-known neurotoxin, and that can actually further damage your recovery process. So I am not a fan of drinking champagne or any type of alcohol immediately after the race. In fact, I don't even think you should be eating immediately after the race. What I suggest you do is you go home, take a cool shower, get your body temperature down because it's probably been overheated, drink some water, and then take a short nap. After you do that, the goal here is to bring down your cortisol levels because cortisol levels are very, very high. Cortisol is a hormone that helps you actually get up and go and helps you get you through your workout. However, it's not your friend if the cortisol levels stay too high for too long. You want to bring it down after you finish the race. So the best way to do that is just to relax and take a short nap. After you take a short nap, I recommend taking some broth with some salt in there, some minerals, and just to lightly introduce your body to some food again. And maybe in an hour after that, you can start having some solid food. And I also don't recommend a massage that day. I would prefer that you wait a day or two before you get touched. The reason why is because your body is very inflamed right now, and the last thing it needs to do is to get touched. It needs to just relax, and you want to take away the inflammation, you want to lower your cortisol levels, and heal your nervous system. So you heard it from me now. I don't want you to overeat, overdrink, or get over-massaged immediately after a race like the marathon because it's just too much for you. So another thing that I want to talk about, which I'm going to do a full video about this, is what kind of therapies that you can do immediately after your race. I am a big fan of using Chinese herbs, and I'll get into that in the next video. However, most people use ice. I'm not a huge fan of ice because I think ice can cause problems. But having said that, instead of doing all those fun things that most people do right after a race, I suggest you go home, take a cool shower, take a nap, take a small meal, and then eat solid foods a couple hours later. This is Ming Chu, the injury guru, and I want to say that the content of this video is not intended to substitute for professional and medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. So I want you to seek the advice of a qualified healthcare professional that really understand the nuances of exercises and exercise recovery. So anyway, have a good race, and I'll catch you at the finish line. Take care. Bye-bye.